Hello and welcome to FileCraft.
What is a payroll compliance? Payroll compliance in India refers to the legal framework which companies or organizations must adhere to with regard to the treatment of their workers or employees. Every country has its own sets of state and central labor laws that organizations need to comply with. Payroll compliance requires organizations to be updated on all the labor regulations in their country. It is also mandatory for organizations to adhere to them. Need for payroll compliance. The complexity of doing business has increased tremendously as it has become very challenging to be in sync with the operational aspects of every business. Non-compliance of these regulations can cause a company a lot of legal trouble, such as penalties and fines. That is why every company invests a huge amount of money, effort and time to meet compliance requirements under various labor laws by outsourcing it to the firms which provides services on payroll compliance. Advantages of payroll compliance. The advantages of payroll compliance for employees are: it ensures that the employees are getting benefits as per the labor rules, regulations and schemes like health benefits, maternity benefits, paid leaves, etc. It ensures fair treatment of employees, and it also ensures that they are paid fairly for the work they have done and their company complies with the minimum wage rate. The advantage of payroll compliance for organizations are: avoids penalty or fines because of their timely payments, protects the organization from unreasonable wage or benefit demands from the trade unions, prevents legal troubles as the company is fully compliant, maintains the reputation of the company. Basic compliance that are maintained as per the Labour Acts are: Minimum Wages Act. Minimum wages rate in India are fixed under the Minimum Wages Act 1948 and is determined both by the central as well as the state governments. The minimum wages rates are determined by considering the cost of living. While fixing the minimum wages rate, it may also be set for work classes in the same or different scheduled employment. It may also be fixed by hours, days, months or any other wage period. Under the Minimum Wages Act, both the central as well as the state government may notify the scheduled employment and also fix or revise minimum wages rate for these scheduled employments. Payment of Bonus Act. This act provides an annual bonus to the employee in a certain establishment, including factories, and establishment employing 20 or more persons under the act. Employees drawing 21,000 per month or less and have completed 30 days of work in that financial year are eligible for the bonus payment. Salary or wages include only basic and DNS allowance for the bonus payments. Bonus should be paid at a minimum rate of 8.33% and maximum rate of 20%. It needs to be paid within 8 months from the close of the accounting year. Equal Remuneration Act. This act provides for the payment of equal remuneration to men and women workers for the same work and prevents discrimination on the grounds of sex against women in matter of employment, recruitment and any other matters connected in addition to it. This act virtually applies to every kind of establishment. Shop and Establishment Act. This act is to regulate the employment condition of workers in shop and establishments. This includes working hours, rest intervals, overtime, holidays, termination of service, etc. The Employee State Insurance Act. The ESI Act provides certain benefits to the employees in case of sickness, maternity, and employment injury. The Act applies to non-seasonal factories using power and employing more than 10 people, and non-power using factories and certain other establishments employing 20 or more people. All benefits are provided in ESIC by hospital clinics and approved independent medical practitioners. The wage ceiling under this act has been enhanced from 7,500 rupees to 10,000. Employees Provident Fund and Miscellaneous Provisions Act. This act is created for the social welfare of an employee. When one begins the employment, they are expected to contribute monthly to their PF fund. The employer is also expected to contribute towards employees' retirement fund. Any factory or establishment having 20 or more employees directly or through contract is liable to be covered under this act. The wage limit to be covered under this act is 15,000 per month. The employer and employee's contribution are 12% from the wage. Professional tax. Professional tax varies from state to state. Professional tax is collected from the monthly salary by the employer. Failure to collect and pay professional taxes will lead to penalties. TDS, that is tax deducted at source. According to the Income Tax Act, TDS deduction is the means of tax collection from the employee. This TDS rule gives the authority to employers to deduct a specific amount of tax before full payment to the employee. TDS rule is applicable to all the employees falling under the income tax slab. Thus, these required TDS deductions have to be made before the payroll is run.
Thank you for listening, and if you have any queries or doubt, please feel free to contact us. The contact details has been shared in the description box.